Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have another great car episode, which is pretty much what it's going to be most of the time from now out. Today, once again, we're going to be trying to figure out what's wrong with the car, but instead of just driving around aimlessly listening to noises, I'm going to go park it over by my camper, raise the hood, and get under there and see what we can't find. Hopefully we can figure out what the problem is, see if we can get some better lighting here. Anywho, we're going to jump under the hood and see what we can't figure out. Hopefully, when we get under there, we'll find out it's just a shroud loose or something going on like that. A lot of people said maybe it sounds like something maybe hitting the fan, which is kind of what I thought at first, but you know, you never really do know until you get under there. I was half wondering maybe it's a throttle cable or something getting into something because of it's only when I kind of give it gas in certain places. Some people said it could be the shroud only hitting under load. So we'll see. Getting ready to start her up and head over that way. I don't know how long I'm going to get away with having it parked in the empty lot besides my camper, but this is where I'm going to try to work on it, or at least look at it. I don't see anything that screams, here's your problem. I just got underneath of it, kind of crawled up in the engine bay and everything. And I don't see any plates that look like they're loose where they'd be vibrating. I don't see any cables or anything that getting caught in a belt. As far as the fan and the fan shroud goes, well, I can't tell if there's any play anywhere around the fan shroud. No more than, would normally be. So I can't say that I think it's that. And also, I really don't think the noise is coming from that far up. It really does sound like it's coming right out of the center console of the vehicle. Back up in that general vicinity is where it sounds like it's coming from, which, that could be wrong. But it is not exactly just something to look at and say, oh, that's definitely it. I was hoping it would be. Unfortunately, it's not. I gotta love that first startup of the day. Okay, guys, so as we talked about yesterday, I'm on my way to see a mechanic. I got thinking more. I haven't stopped and held the brake down and give it gas, see if maybe it's the transmission slipping. But then again, I don't know if it could have anything to do with the transmission slipping when it also does it in neutral and drive. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. So that's just another idea. Anywho, we're getting ready to head towards L&L Automotive, and we'll check them out. So I'm sitting here at a stoplight, and I actually had a guy come up into a turning lane just to pull up beside me and talk to me about this thing while we're sitting at the stoplight. Like I've said before, if you don't like attention, do not buy this, because attention is what you're gonna get. But hey, for a YouTube channel, that's what I need. I need the attention. I love when you take a car to, there it is, start it.
Oh, that, you know what? It's internal in the transmission. It sounds like the sprag gear. Yeah.
Hey guys, that's why you bring your car to a mechanic, because I spent the last 3-4 days just trying to figure out what this thing was, listening to noises, asking people online. No one had any idea, and within 30 seconds this guy had it figured out. Okay guys, so it was guess one of the things I was not looking forward to, they're saying I'm probably going to need either a full transmission rebuild or just buying a new transmission. Not really something I was looking forward to, but I guess if it has to be done. They also said not to take it out too awful much because I'm just asking for something bad to happen. So, I guess for the next few days or so, while I'm trying to get this sorted, I won't be driving the car too much. Yeah. Not ideal. Kind of part of buying a used car. You never actually know what you're getting into. So, bear that in mind if you ever do decide to get one and get a used one. I stopped at Ralph's and got Kayla some flowers and some stuff for Valentine's Day. And actually, as soon as I was pulling into Ralph's, my phone started ringing and stuff. I got a few messages, and here it was Buddy from Rally Fighter USA. He was just texting me to check up on me, see how I was liking it, to see if it was me running around King of the Hammers, which it was. And, you know, that's one thing about a small little company like that that doesn't make a ton of cars, is the guy running the shop cares about his customers. Even though I didn't buy it from him, I bought it secondhand, and I just talked to him about maybe doing a couple other things to it, and haven't even really decided if I was going to go that route or not. And yet he still gets a hold of me, he still reaches out just to see how I'm doing with it. You know, that right there is the kind of customer service that makes you really like a company. And I mean, it's an American company, and it's the kind of company you want to support. And I just appreciated him reaching out to me. I did let him know about the transmission, and as he said, it's you know, not something normal that happens, because the transmission's made for a truck that's a fair bit heavier than this thing is, so it shouldn't really have any problems hauling it around. But, you know, things happen, and I'm not, you know, upset with anything. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the beast. I knew there could be problems when I bought it. I mean, every used car I've ever bought's had some sort of problem, whether it be little or large. But, you know, it is what it is. And I just wanted to, you know, kind of let you guys know that if you ever do want to buy one of these, there is always support there. Because I've bugged him a few times. Like, I've got all these switches here on the dash, and I don't know what they do. So I sent him an email, and he got back to me, letting me know what the switches do. I was asking him what the headlights were, so that way I could go to LED headlights. Asking him what the rear end ratio is, stuff like that. And they know all this because each car is made individually, and they keep all the information on it. And it's not like they make a ton of cars, so they don't have to go wade through a ton of stuff finding the answers for you. So, you know, I know this is, once again, sounding like a great big, you know, Rally Fighter USA local motors commercial, but it's really not. But, you know, it's just something you don't get that often anymore. I mean, hell, even with dealerships for regular cars, a lot of times you don't get that easy to support or that quick turnaround on questions. A lot of times you get jerked around, hem-hawed, this, that, and the other, and still never end up coming to what you need. Whereas with him, he's like, you know, and then as soon as I told him about the transmission problem, he's like, well, whenever you get it done or get it fixed or whatever, if you need any problems tuning it in or figuring anything out or even installing it, let him know, because they'd be more than happy to help out. I mean, it's just little stuff like that where, you know, they go out of their way, and it's nice. So I guess we're right back to, like I always say, if you want a Rally Fighter, buy a Rally Fighter. Hey guys, so I've been talking to Buddy at Rally Fighter USA, and it looks like that's who I'm going to use to have the transmission fixed. I don't know if I'm going to swap transmissions or if I'm going to just have that one fixed. I do have the option of going to the 6-speed transmission, which would get me a little bit better gas mileage, but I'm not sure if I want to go that route or not. I think I'm going to stick with the 4-speed. And other than that, you know, we've just been talking a little bit about how my Gen 1 differs from the Gen 2s and stuff. We were also talking about having the back seats installed into that car. Just, you know, odds and ends, things that might make it a little nicer, stuff like that. And it's really stuff I wanted to have done anyway. Plus, while it's down there, he'll be able to go over it, do a service on it, make sure I don't have any other problems that are going to creep up on me when it does come time to run this thing across the country. because that's going to be a 3,000 plus mile journey, and that's plenty of time for things to go wrong. So if we can have any of those little odds and ends worked out, it'll be great. I know my mechanic that I took it to said probably not to drive the car much, but I'm probably going to keep driving it because the show must go on. But also because, you know, I'm not driving it that far around when I'm driving it here. Worst case scenario, I'm going to need a tow for like 7 miles or something. So we'll keep on playing as we do. Probably no big trips with it though, not until we take it down to him. He's in Temecula, so that is a couple-hour drive. But once we get down there, I think that'll be real cool to show you guys the shop and just see what all they do.